look at this. Oh shit.
Welcome to another video where I share moments from the new life that I'm building. The freedom I find through travel, the quiet moments and the thoughts I have around my new reality.
I actually decided to stop chemo.
Yes, I live with stage 4 cancer, but I don't let that stop me from living fully and discovering what that authentically means for me. On this trip, we travel through southern Italy in a camper van. Thank you for watching.
We arrived in Italy today and tomorrow morning we are taking off with the camper. But luckily for me, Cesare's father has offered me to take his motorcycle for a little spin. So this trip is already starting off great. So what we have here is a Honda 500X. There's no plan, we're just going where it looks nice on Google Maps and hoping first of all that we can reach there with this not so off-road capable camper, but I'm so impressed! Oh, I mean, look at this! Oh shit, wait. You don't even have low gears on this, right?
Everything is low gears.
And it looks really epic. They're like, how the fuck did you make it here with that thing? So we found our first camping spot of the trip and it's absolutely beautiful. It's 7:30 in the evening and it's 28 degrees hot.
Perfect.
Voila! No, I don't do ponds. No, no, no!
Baby, we need to go here.
Oh my god, this is like frog heaven. Would it be seawater?
It's salty, yeah.
Okay.
No frogs.
No frogs.
The model is a Ford Riviera and it's an old transit 1.9. This is an old van, it's from 90, so our age. Yeah, I rebuilt the interior completely. Actually 3 solar panels. It's enough for staying completely off grid, yeah. So here we have the kitchen. Central of the solar panels. This is...
You built all of this?
Yeah, my father and myself together, yes. And under there is actually the boiler. And here you have the little toilet. Here there is the big single bed. And under we have the fridge. Here there is the table. Pulling this will go down, and then you put this 4 pillows all together and it becomes bed. Fan, which is actually automatic. Yeah, this is our bed. Before it was full of mold. There was water everywhere. So I had to remove it completely and redo this from scratch. I bought this one new. I changed the color of the interior. We have also this, which you can actually pull, and voila. And yeah, that's it.
Gallipoli, yeah? This is what I've missed so much ever since I had it the first time. When was it? A few months ago?
Yeah.
Over Christmas. This is a pasticciotto, kind of like a curd inside. It's absolutely fantastic.
It's good, huh?
It's so good. And it's famous for this region only, no?
Yeah. Okay, now. Where is the water? Yeah, get off. Go in the water.
Am I invisible?
Yes, you are. Where is Toby? You ready? You're invisible. Where are you?
There's so many things under there. It's like being in a video game.
Yeah.
It's very real.
That's why I love it.
Oh, fucking hell.
And?
It's so cool. Actually, this t-shirt that I'm wearing is the picture of the very first motorcycle that I ever bought. It's the Suzuki Savage LS 650. It's actually 7 years ago since I got my license, and I bought the motorcycle before I had even gotten my license because I was so obsessed with this look of motorcycle. Like, I wanted a chopper. I had no idea what it feels like to drive one of these bikes, and obviously I test drove it before I bought it, but I didn't even have my license at the time, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. Yeah, and I actually ended up having that motorcycle for I think over 3 years until I upgraded to the Husqvarna that I have right now. Okay, that was very off topic. I wanted to share an update on what is going on with my health and my treatment. I actually decided to stop chemo, but it's not as devastating as that sounds. Actually, it's really good news. The last time you saw me, I was still on chemo. I was doing 50% of the full dosage, and it was getting absolutely unbearable. 7.5 months of nonstop chemo. Physically, it was horrendous. And then I had a scan about 5 weeks ago, and this scan showed that there was no cancer anywhere in my body. I felt with everything in me that this means I can't stop chemo. I am choosing to stop it against the doctor's recommendation. They really didn't want me to stop the chemo because of how fast it has grown back in the past whenever I've had a break. They also completely understood how I feel, my point of view. In order to be able to do this again, in order to be able to go through treatment again, I have to have these complete breaks. They said they fully support this decision of quitting the chemo, even though they might like to call it taking a pause, as long as I understand the risks. And I do. I really do. I mean, last summer when I took a break from treatment, it went from no cancer anywhere to a 9-centimeter tumor within the span of, I think it was 7-8 weeks. So I'm very aware, I know how fast things can go, but I can't live in fear like that. If you choose to stay on chemo when there's nothing to treat, I would basically just be taking chemo out of fear that something could return. Preventative chemo. It would be one thing if I didn't have side effects, if it was completely fine to live life on this chemo, but it was not, absolutely not. I feel super happy with my decision. It has now been 5 weeks since I had chemo, and it's incredible how good I feel so fast. I feel amazing. I can't complain about anything. It's so good. I mean, 5 weeks ago I was taking opiates and receiving morphine in the hospital for carrying around so much pain, and today I am not taking anything, nothing. In the beginning it doesn't matter how many times people tell you statistics are old, statistics don't apply to everyone, it's not going to apply to you, you're going to be the exception. You don't fully believe it and live it until you've experienced that. And I have. It's been almost 3 years since I was diagnosed, and I was not supposed to be here right now, and I am. And I am feeling great. And maybe this is just life now, you know? It's gonna be periods of this, and then it's gonna be periods of treatment. That's tough, but you know what? It's basically also the only thing that is hard in my life. How lucky am I? The only thing that brings me stress in my life is the looming cancer.
Buongiorno.
My eyelashes are starting to grow back all of a sudden super fast. And even though it doesn't look like I have any eyebrows, I actually have little blonde fluff, which means that I can paint on eyebrows, because as soon as you have a few little hairs for something to attach to, and yes, I also think I'm beautiful also without eyebrows, of course, but there's something about starting to feel like yourself again. And I have so many freckles. Can you see? So many freckles.
Yeah.
My penis had your wetsuit!
No. Always. Buongiorno.
Today we have again pasticciotto for breakfast. I went a little bit crazy this time and got one that is not the traditional flavor. It is lemon with almonds. Voila!
We're at a campsite, like an organized one. We actually came here because we needed to empty the, I don't know what it's called, the shit tank. Then when we arrived here, electricity suddenly wasn't working, which means that also the water pump is not working.
Nothing.
So now Cesare is trying to figure out why we don't have any power. And we have to check out in 2 hours.
And remember, never ever clean the mocha with dishwashing liquid. A mistake that I made in the beginning when we were dating. It works! I can hear the pump.
This is what happened. So this is the fuse. It should have been like similar to this, but it's like this now.
So we figured it out with 15 minutes to spare. Yeah.
Amore?
So now we are in the very south of the boot, of the heel of the boot. I have never traveled in anything this big and this comfortable, but it has, of course, its limitations on where we can go with it. We have been very lucky so far. The spots that I have found have immediately been absolutely incredible. And then somehow today we had one of those days where no spots are working. It looks on the map like it's gonna be fine, but then you get there, it's either big signs with camping forbidden, or it's private property, or there's even a gate, which is completely expected, very normal. We just didn't have this until now somehow. I think like all day today we were trying to find a good spot, but in my experience also, in the end you always strike gold. And we kind of did. I mean, look at this. Okay, yes, we are on a parking lot, but it's just us. And when you just walk a few steps from the camper, this is the view. Cesare is right now somewhere down there.
Close the curtain, sweating, shaking all over. imagine you're here. I'm looking up at the door. I'm a better man with your love than without.
Wow.
Stuck in the cell.
Jesus Christ.
May never make it out. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. Sick and weary.
Salve, buongiorno.
This way of adventure traveling is definitely new to me. It feels very much like a little home on wheels. And in the past, whenever I've done wild camping, it has always been something that you suffer through. And through the suffering, of course, you find that joy. You start to feel alive, to be able to feel like you're a part of this natural world. It's the struggle that is part of the experience. I don't need to struggle and suffer in order to feel alive anymore. Trust me, when you're in my position, every fucking day you feel alive. All I want is to feel peaceful, happy, calm, in-tuned, safe, content. Yeah, all I'm seeking is just peace. It's very freeing in a way.